So why not get a guy some kind of way, trade, free agent, you know, who can just be solid. You know, he's a proven steady Eddie guy who you can lean on, and then build everything up around him, and that's the way you do it. Maybe I don't know. That's the idea, and I think that's probably what Glenn has in mind. And the question really is, in my mind, why did Frank Reich come here? Do you really think that Frank Reich came here without knowing who the quarterback's going to be? Back channels, agents. I think he's got to know something. I could be wrong. I don't know. Not sourced. But I just have this nagging feeling like why would why would Reich do all this? Frank Reich. Sure, there's money. Sure, there's the competitive itch and all this. But really, he's going to come to a team and have no idea who the quarterback is? What? That's the thing that gnaws at me. And then what about that strange report that came out from Zach the Hack Rosenblatt? Now, he reported it wrong, and FSPN was all over it. We told you he's got it wrong. He's a bad journalist. He's breaching journalistic ethics. All those things. We covered it nonstop. But the kernel of the story probably is right. Somebody from the Jets probably did call Jon Gruden. If not Jon Gruden, perhaps Jon Gruden's agent. Now, why is this important? Well, there's a couple of ties. Jon Gruden's agent is also the agent for Frank Reich. Now, what else is Jon Gruden tied to? One of his favorite quarterbacks of all time was Derek Carr. So there's all kinds of connections. Maybe they were trying to get, through the agent, Gruden, to get Carr on the phone and kind of convince him, oh yeah, this Reich, if you go with Reich, he's going to be able to turn around that offense. Look, you got Garrett Wilson, you got Adonai Mitchell. Hopefully we get Breece Hall. They got a decent offensive line. Hey, if you go, Carr maybe would listen to Gruden. Hey, if you go with Frank Reich, he's going to be spectacular. You guys can really do something. Maybe that's what was going on. Does anybody ever follow up on these things? It's weird. Like Rosenblatt reports that. He reported it incorrectly. He reported it as us offering Gruden the OC job. But what if it wasn't that? What if it was something much deeper or different? You would think Zach Rosenblatt isn't a reporter. You'd think you would call around, look for information. Can I get some information? I mean, with 2 seconds of internet searches, I found out who the agents are. I found out the connections. It's not that hard. So maybe that's what was going on. What about that? FSBN always giving you the different angle. Eddie, let's hope we get the quarterback ASAP. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, it's got to be Carr or Cousins, superfan. Who else would it be? Who else really fits what Aaron Glenn would envision as a steady Eddie, and that Reich could really work with based on who he's worked with in the past? What type fits that? You'd think you'd want a veteran type who knows what they're doing. I mean, there's only a couple that we have access to. Like some people are throwing Jacoby Brissett out there because he worked with him in Indianapolis, but Brissett is under contract with the Cardinals. I don't think they're trading him. A lot of people are saying the Cardinals are going to start him. So they're going to trade their starting quarterback to us? No. So there's only a couple that make sense. It's Carr and Cousins.